I think that the whole name Imageless is great because like that's really what I am. I'm too transparent. It's like you never know what could come, but you know, but you respect exactly what you know what I'm saying. What exactly I do.
What is success in your opinion?
Oh man, I think that's an easy one. I think just at the I used to say when you're able to do whatever you want to do, you know, and live off of it. Um, I think that's always a form of success. But as you go, success gonna be never ending because it's like, and this is a contradictory statement that I'm trying to figure out how it's working out in my head. The fact that I was thinking about the fact that you only need to win once. You know, you could lose year after year, year after year, year after year, but you just need that one win. But then I also started to think, is that one win enough to hold you on forever? You know, so that's the idea of success. What I thought was success was getting a new car, having my own place at a time. I think success gonna be ever ending changing. It's like, and if it isn't ever ending changing, you're not a successful person because at the end of the day, once you get to that level, what's next? You did that. Is the hope. The hope of getting to your successes is what keeps you alive every day. You know what I'm saying? So when you finally hit it, I think that's the time to maybe enjoy it, celebrate for a small time, and then get back to where your new successes are. I find out where else.
So success to you is deeper than things, then.
But yeah, for sure. I think success is a lifestyle. I think success, like when you say somebody's successful, that's not because their business did 5 million. That's because his billion. That's because their business lost 10 million, and now he's doing 5 million. You know what I'm saying? That's his whole story. That he's a success. That he started in the garage and he doing this, that. That's success. You feel me? I wouldn't put it on the. I more so value success throughout the whole course of the story. I wouldn't put it on the small time pages in the book as far as that what we want to be. Because at that rate, you ain't gonna never be successful. You know, just chasing page to page. But when the book done, how did the story pan out? Was was it a full success story? Based on how you treated people, based on, if you want to base it on money, what you did with the money. If you want to base it on your clothes, who had the clothes, and even me making clothes, I don't give up to famous people. But in the end, I know that that's what it's going to come down to. But I know I'm just waiting for the time for me to get there. I could push that issue right now, but I'm just too organic right now. I don't feel the need to be fake and reach out and make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, I love all my organic people, everybody I talk to hand in hand. That's more so the way I'll keep it and just, grow in that manner. I think that's more so the success of it all.
So to wrap it up, we want to always tell people because being imageless to me is a journey. Like you never really arrived.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you take off one, it's like you find another one until you're just pure.
Pure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what do you tell a person that has? I like to liken it to like the escape room. Once you get out the first door, you're in another room. Once you get out that door, you're in another room.
Of problems, you saying?
Just your image, your identity, and you're trying to figure out who am I. So what do you tell someone who's in that very first room, who's afraid of venturing out because they don't know who they are?
I think, but that happens. I think when you lose yourself.
What do you what does that mean?
Because all right, so for instance, when you're saying lose yourself, what are you losing when you step in the room? Is what I'm saying. Because if you step into anything losing with what you came with, I think you got to kind of assess what to lose and what to gain. Because I never lost nothing that my parents taught me, and I stepped in many rooms where I learned more. So if I would have dropped some things from back then, it might not would have played out by now. Whatever I don't want to, so I'm riding on the train. Whatever I think that should come on the train, I'm gonna take. But whatever not, I'm gonna leave. And I think that's more so of the method or strategic input you should take through life. You know what I'm saying? Not even going through escape room to escape room. That's person to person. Like everybody I talk to on some crazy. It's no question that you could have outdone me with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody can outthink. Not like I'm the smartest in the world, but I'm thinking 10. Like right now, I'm freestyling right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can never get me to slip up or say, like, I know that this camera's on, so I wouldn't. I already thought about everything that's far right stuff is not about to be said. You get what I'm saying? So, but that's my conversation with everyone, and I don't know why I'm like that. But if I talk to you, I'm already thinking before I even talk to you. Well, when I'm handling the business, before I talk to you, I'm already thinking about 3 responses you're gonna say back.
Because you're true to yourself.
You get what I'm saying?
You're not trying to put on.
I'm not trying to put on. I'm trying. I already, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So imagine that person that's trying to put on and like, I need this deal.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't.
I need this, yada, yada, yada. And they put on this image. And
I can't. That's the thing.
The person.
And that's the separation of the world. And that's why people believe in me. That's why people follow me. And that's why people buy from me. That's why, I have unique relationships because those type of people won't make it. It's nothing really you could do to save somebody once we get above a certain age, it's going to take a real world event for something to really let them know, like, hey, bro, that's not you.
Wow.
So if somebody be in the street, when the 2030s, he never got that nigga check, somebody putting a gun in his face, slap shit out of him. But when that happened, he going to realize, I should have never picked this part up from that room back there. You get what I'm saying? So it goes like that. It's just going to come down to wisdom. The wisdom is going to allow them to say, I should leave that. I should take this. And some people keep taking that they never should kept from their childhood. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can't think about nothing that maybe I left I mean, if you want to say something like that, I left the importance of academics behind. That's not in my life. You know, like at the end of the day, of course, my kids, if I have kids or whatever, my family, I want everybody to go to school. But at the same time, that's the narrative I'm gonna change in my life because I was forced to go to college. You feel what I'm saying? By my time, I hope I got enough $1 million businesses that hey, he can go to college if he want, but as soon as you're done, it's family business, and it's not family business torture. It's family business. Let's innovate. What's going on right now? You feel me? It just come down to that because my parents weren't able to do that. So that's the turning claw of my generation of what I could bring to my families because they did all they could do for me. You know what I'm saying? They did all they did for me and my sister. So now it's time for us to, you know, change it up and do that. And what you're saying is, I think that the whole name Imageless is great because like that's really what I am. I'm too transparent. It's like you never know what could come, but you know, but you respect exactly what, you know what I'm saying? What exactly I do. And we were talking about it, nobody knows what I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a mysterious thing that I leave out on purpose. It's just, I've never been the type. Principles is like, that's what keeps people interested. If you knew everything I did, you would wonder how I sit home and play with RC boats all day. You know what I'm saying? Just know it's nothing illegal. I'm doing this, that. It's nothing illegal. I don't sell drugs. I don't do nothing illegal on no accord. You get what I'm saying? But that's what keeps you interested because now that narrative is, man, he got to sell drugs. He got to do this. You know what I'm saying? He got to be doing something else. And people got to understand, like I told you, it's the people around you who's going to get you where you need to go. Your haters, your enemies, your friends, the people at the corner store. Every relationship I have with somebody, whether I met them outside, whether I met them here or there, that's what I think the whole thing of being Imageless lives and just, like you said, just living the truth. I think that'll help everybody just living their truth. Finding the truth is the hard part. Once you find it, just continuing to live it. You feel me? Some people don't know that sometimes the acquisition of money is a waste of time because the money is irrelevant. And the money's always relevant. So that's another contradictory statement that I'm saying. And you got to figure out the thin line between that. But it's like, sometimes you got, for instance, I got another situation. My friend was getting paid for an IG post. The people who were posting it supposedly had like 300,000 followers. And it's about to pay her like $80, right? So I was just explaining to her like the fact that, what can you do with $80? The lifetime value of $80 is what? I mean, I don't know if everybody is different. You feel me? 2-3 days, exactly. But I'm telling her, if you just let the money go, you know, let the money go and just focus on, if you had a bigger goal and mission, at the time, you know, they really didn't. But if they had a bigger goal and mission to say, hey, can you just tag me instead? That's a lifetime value of lifetime customers. That one person who's seen your shit, bought one thing for $100, you just got your $80. Now, if you got two people who spend $20, now you got $140. Now you got the third person who spent $20, now your lifetime value is that. But that's a whole different story and going, but that's what I mean by the acquisition of money, and people don't understand. Sometimes,
The long game.
it's the long game. Your time's not worth the value, but that's only when you find your purpose, you'll start playing the long game. You know, once I found my purpose as a true graphic designer, me really helping businesses, I started to understand, okay, this is a super long game. All right, I can help you on this website just for a percentage base. I can help you on this web. Before, I need $1,500 up front, I need $2,000 up front. But now it's the long game and I understand my purpose. I'm going to be doing this for a minute, so I might as well lock in with you as far as I could go. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I plan to do. I don't plan to do anything malicious, but I plan to continuously build because that's my purpose. My purpose is here to do graphic design, build businesses, market, generate income for everyone, feed their family. You feel what I'm saying? So once I recognize that as my purpose, now I'm able to do it. You know what I'm saying? To keep helping people, to lay off on some money, to chase the right money, to do what I want to do. You know, it's like that's what a lot of people know about a lot of stuff. Because like now, I don't want to do that. I only do what I want to do. And that's not that I have enough money to do that. Because it's just you got to keep your peace. Because in the days you're doing what you don't want to do, it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a couple designs that are plaguing my brain right now. But at the end of the day, that's a challenge to me. I don't want to. I want to knock it out. I'm just hitting a challenging moment. And that's the thing people got to distinguish between a challenge and don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you hit a challenge and you got to go outside, think about it, come back a day or two, that's not quitting. You know what I'm saying? That's you figuring out. That's life. That's the problem. But most people hit that challenge. After the second day, they still can't figure it out. After the next week, they still can't figure it out. After the week after that, they can't figure it out. This is not for me. That's not what it meant. It's just like this is what you have to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the hardest part about it, I'll say. Main images and just keep going amongst the challenges, the struggles, and just that's when you're going to find who you really is. You know what I'm saying? When you got to keep going. That's when I found I'm a real graphic designer, the fact that I'm able to go across all mediums and never go to school for it. And that's mediums to be blown on a billboard or to be born on the stage for N1 that come. You know, whatever it is, it's just, that's when I realized my real purpose, because how am I doing all of this without school? And people would say, might think I don't know the ins and outs, but it's in 7 to 8 years, the amount of failure has led me to, the fact that I know all, you know, like my first time I put it on a big billboard on my design or whatever, I saved it in the wrong file. You know, like that embarrassment saved me for the next 10 years. I would never do that again. I understand. I read a whole damn 10 pages on what type of files, what type of gradients, how things need to be printed, just off a whole 3-4 years of failure. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes me a master. I don't have to go to school. And anybody who goes to school want to challenge me on Photoshop or whatever, on the technical side, creativity you can't measure. You get what I'm saying? But on the technical side of the aspects or whatever, we could go toe-to-toe with whoever. You know what I'm saying? You could have went to school for 10 years. I'm going to know exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it. But that's just off a sense of failure and me knocking down challenges, every challenge. You know?
Failure is the real school.
For sure.
Failure is the real
For
school.
sure. And that's how I learned everything, you know, failure, that you be late on your rent, you're gonna figure out how to pay it. If you're a man and you hold yourself accountable, man or woman, as long as you hold yourself accountable in the failure, that's what it is. Failure doesn't make you. It only makes you when you hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will hit the failure and blame the failure on somebody else, and then the failure, that's a lost lesson. Because if you don't accept the blame, I played quarterback in high school too, and what I realized through that, and I always tell people that was a big game changer, the fact that everything is your fault. When you play quarterback, and that's how everybody should look at their life, everything is your fault. Every time you wake up in the morning, and every time you sit down and say, hey, guess who the first person to get the ball? You touch the ball every single time. Every time. Every time you wake up, you're touching the ball. But yeah, you're going to say your rent late because this person. But you don't have to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say your car a little late because your job ain't paying this. You don't have to work there. You feel what I'm saying? So you can scramble. You know what I'm saying? You can go to shotgun. You can do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, y'all need to win. And that's what quarterback's about. That's what life's about. It's like however you want to play the game, bro. Just win. You step out of bounds, you're gonna get a flag. You know what I'm saying? You do something you're not supposed to do, you're gonna get a flag. In football, sometimes you get away with it. Sometimes you don't. You know, sometimes they can get a holding call, break for a touchdown, no call. He scored. He rich. You don't hate on the person, and you don't get back out there and try to hold him again because it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That was his story. That was his move. Ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you gonna get the ball and do what you gotta do through all that adversity, or you gonna lose, bro. And I think that's the greatest analogy to understand the whole aspect of life and where you're headed as far as your challenges and images. And people, nobody gives a fuck about your challenges. Nobody. Once you get 18, nobody gives a fuck. Before 16,
nobody cares, dude.
Nobody. I don't
care how much you went through.
Nobody.
It may be inspired,
and what
but
you telling
they
me,
don't care.
and what you telling me, and what we talking about. Imagine hearing that from the same person I told you taught me all these principles. That's my stepdad told me once. When I'm getting my life back together a couple years ago. You know, I'm telling him, man, I got school, man, I can't do this, that. He said, who gives?
But don't that kind of like empower you?
No, it broke me down, and I was like, I was more so kind of like F this, you know, like this, that. But at the same time, that accountability, you know, you got to really sit down and think like, you know, and that's what that's like. If you're doing all this, why you don't got no car? If you're doing all this, why you don't got this? And that's not degrading, and some people can't handle that in that manner. It's facts. The facts hurt. The truth hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I think once you start getting that, it's like, damn, okay, I gotta get my shit together. But again, it comes back to holding yourself accountable in your moment of failure. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to do that, if you don't do that, or if you can't do that, it's really no progression for you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta accept all your failures only to move forward. Because like I said, all the times I messed up, if I would have played it off by making an excuse saying, that's what the internet told me to do. That's the file I always use. That's what I use on this other screen. That's irrelevant. I lost.
You can only do that because you didn't have an image.
Of pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes, I don't have pride issues. Yes, no, exactly. But the pride issues come from, exactly. But by the same time, you saying being imageless, my pride and my humbleness comes from me having the image I am. It's not an image, me being who I am. I don't think it would be worded as an image. I think it would be my characteristics of a more so safe. That's what provides me the image of being an image, my characteristics. Like, for instance, I can know I made $10,000 today. And I could literally look here and you would never know. You know, but that's me. That's my characteristic. Everybody can't be like that. And that's where my humbleness come from. I realized, I remember the first time I kind of like, you know, sold a lot of stuff. For some reason, something clicked in my head that like, no one has to know. Like, I don't know when that happened, maybe like 3 years ago. It was just the fact that I was making money. Like, over and over, it's like, no one knows how much money I got. No one knows how much money I can make. No one knows what I do all day, but I'm winning. You get what I'm saying? I'm touching the ball every morning. I'm throwing bombs, you know what I'm saying? But, for instance, in my sake, I'm throwing bombs in the real game, but nobody in the crowd, if you get what I'm saying. But, when it's true love of the sport, I was happy to score. You feel me? I was happy to score regardless. I'm happy I threw that bomb no matter who was watching, because I love the sport. I love what I do. I love my life. I love, you know what I'm saying? And I think that helped me to realize, like, okay, that's life. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start to realize the person with a white tee and just the one Rolex and just chilling. It ain't because, you know what I'm saying, he won. He's successful. Back where we talk about, he's successful. He's scoring. You know what I'm saying? He realized that there's no crowd needed to throw that touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some games people going to be there, some games people not. But when you playing the same every single game, that's when you going to feel the best. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, just like college, you can keep using the same analogy. You play the same every single game, whether the fans came or not, right? After the last game, you're going to get a scholarship if you balled out. And that's whether it was 0 people there, and that's whether it was 10,000 people there. You know what I'm saying? So that hard work gonna pay off. Consistent hard work. You consistently throwing those bombs. You consistently throwing those touchdowns. When the scholarship came, guess what everybody gonna say? I believed in him. I been knew he was gonna do it. Nobody came to your game though. And I think that's the story of where the shit headed. Is just
you said you can win without a crowd. So you accepted yourself with no one around.
With no one around. Winning with no one around. You know, I was winning with myself first. So me winning with other people is secondary. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's cool.
That's the reason I don't have a team. I've got 3-4 businesses and I'm the only person. I'm pretty sure they could be amplified. They could be much, much more. But I'm content, which is sad. At the same time, you don't want to stay content in a business sense. I do want to expand, but I don't see people mind. You know what I'm saying? The wins, they ain't won by themselves yet. So winning with me gonna be a different motive, a different intention. They gonna be counting on me to say, hey bro, I need bread. Hey bro, I need to do this. Hey bro, I'm helping you do this. When I'm helping somebody, I'm not thinking about that. I already won. I went on the daily by myself. So when I'm linking up with you, if you say, yo, Gab, this all I got, I could deal with it because I already won by myself. You know what I'm saying? I came here to really help who I came to help. And that's the same reason I'm saying, that's the reason I don't have a team, because I feel like a lot of people are not at the level where they're so heartedly selfless. Like, Imageless and selfless. They're not completely selfless. And I wouldn't say I'm completely selfless, but I know when I go into certain situations, I remain completely selfless. If you get what I'm saying, I can hit the selfless mode to say, I'm here to ultimately help you. I don't want nothing from the situation. And even if we're setting up a percentage base in the long haul, that's not me wanting some out of percentage. That's just me investing. Like, that's a real business move. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to tell you that up front. I'm not about to sit here and tell you everything we can do, and then after, I think I want 20%. I'm going to say, nah, like, if you want my help, I could do this, but I think this would make sense. And the fact that you're paying me, it's never going to be a one-sided situation. That you ever paying me for something that you're not getting either what you deserve, more than you deserve. That's just my morals and principles. Again, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take. I have so many. And that was my biggest downfall in graphic design. I used to always do the work first before taking the money, because that's how I value myself. I don't need the money to make me work. You know what I'm saying? Because once you pay me, then I don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's flipped. Like, I like to do it. You like it? We make changes. Bump. Because that's what I realized too. Once you get paid first, it takes away you. Like, I don't worry about the money. You know what I'm saying? I worry about the after I'm done creating or after the whole situation. Because think about money and think about creating ain't. Because now you say, how much money I need to pay for this? How much money I need to pay for this? How much money I need to pay for this? As opposed to, okay, I spent 3 hours actually making this. Now I can charge you for what this is as opposed to my life. You feel me? So I think like I said, that's really the biggest thing, bro. And that football thing is really, really what it is, bro. It's like just winning if nobody in the crowd. You know?
We started. My first question to you, I don't know if you remember, but my first question was, who's Gavin? And about 3/4 through this, you said, that's why I can't be defined. So you are the example of being
imageless. For sure.
It can't be defined.
For sure.
And that's the whole goal.
For sure.
It's not to be able to be defined.
Yeah.
You don't want an image.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
You don't want an image.
You gotta be like,
but it seems like that's what keeps people safe. It's like, I'm accepted. I feel good.
I think
because as humans we need that
acceptance. Yes.
Acceptance.
Yes. I do get what you're saying on that aspect. As far as me, like, what you're saying is, like, once the person feels accepted in this one room, they don't want to do that whole process all over again of being accepted. But that comes with somebody who's longing to be accepted. You feel what I'm saying?
But you were already accepted before you left the room.
Yeah. But by those group of people. You know, and that's the thing.
You were accepted by a bigger, because you said, I'm not gonna follow you right now.
Are you talking about my personal?
Your personal. I think you were accepted by.
I mean, at the time that my parents wasn't talking to me, I was accepted by no one but God. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, you know, my parents had given me so much strong faith until they created a weapon about it. It's like, I literally used to tell my mom, well, if you're not worried, I'm not worried about it. God got me. You know, I remember one time we was on the phone, she said, back before, you know, everything was straight or whatever, she said, what you gonna do about health insurance? I said, well, I read the Bible every day, and if I'm sitting here worrying about getting sick, then maybe I should get a job, but that's not what I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have sat there, and I'm pretty sure she learned a lot from talking to me too, because I'm a grown son now. I'm saying the same thing I'm telling you, and it makes sense. Why are we worried about health insurance? Was you born on this life to think about fucking health insurance? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to live my whole life saying I need a job for health insurance, as opposed to me following my dreams, making millions of dollars, and praying I never get sick. What narrative do you want? You know what I'm saying? It's just, and that comes from you defining who you want to be at that moment. I'm like, I don't care about that. I don't care about the full whatever saving. You don't need a job to start a Roth IRA account. You don't need a job to start a 401k. You know, but that's what people want to just paint their narrative as. That's that. You can get health insurance without a job. You know what I'm saying? You can be rich and pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? However you want to do it. I want to be rich and pay whatever. I'm not saying that I wouldn't set up. I'm more so thinking about how to get health insurance for employees. That's what I want to think about. Like, how does that situation work? You know what I'm saying? That's my narrative, as opposed to me saying I want to go work for somebody for the sake of health insurance. You know, and at that time, you got to understand, before me snapping on my mom, not that I ever have, like I said, but before me thinking that as disrespect, you got to understand her understanding. Her dad was a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like she's only aiming for stability. Yeah. My mom's only angle in life is stability. Like, that's it. Stability to the fact that you can take care of yourself, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So from that understanding, I'm now able to understand why you're preaching about health insurance, because that's another angle of stability. You know what I'm saying? You're able to go to the doctor. You're able to do this. That's why she's thinking about that. She ain't never seen her son be a millionaire yet. She never seen nobody in her family. There's no other way she ever seen somebody handle health other than health insurance. She doesn't know about private doctors coming to the house. She don't know about home care. She don't know about that. And not that she older than, but that's her discourse community. You feel me? Like, that's what she knows. So that's all she's trying to tell me. And that's what I had to understand. Everything she's trying to tell me ain't disrespectful, ain't bashing me. It's just her morals, her values, and she's just trying to. And it goes back to my dad. And one ear, not the other. Y'all used to say, "Yo, stop arguing with your mom." You know, we wouldn't argue like, yeah, because it wasn't arguing like disrespect, like I said, but it'd be back and forth. He's like, "What are you talking back for?" It's either you understand it or you don't. Every time you talk back, you showing her that you don't get it. Because if you did get it, you would just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And it's reverse psychology thing, and it's not like that. But at the same time, when you get the bigger picture, I'm like, okay. Now, as soon as I let her say whatever she wants to say, I love you. Talk to you later. All right, Gavin, love you too. You feel me? Both lives are easy. I realize I'm making it worse by just talking, but by expressing my mind. I don't gotta express my mind. My bad. I don't have to express my mind. I believe in what I believe in already. So who I gotta tell that? Not my mom, not my grandma. Whatever you say, I don't even have to tell you what I believe in, because if I tell you, it don't matter. I'm still, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I started to also realize about life through that time. It's like, I don't have to preach this cause to nobody. Everybody gonna see. You feel me? You're gonna see how I'm coming. You're gonna see what I mean by my clothes. You're gonna see how I move with my websites. You're gonna see how I play the internet. I don't have to tell you about that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it comes down to. I never had to do that. And she helped me, you know what I'm saying, through the bad. And that was a bad time of our relationship. But I learned, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even have to explain. You know what somebody, and I'm going through that with somebody, it's just, you keep telling me you're not on your shit. That could break somebody down who's not on your shit. That's the only person, that's why I keep telling you, it only break you down because you're really not on. You feel what I'm saying? Back to football. You know, I play football, that's what I said, a lot. I'll be coming home from school. I tell my dad, like, what you doing on the field? I'm like, yeah, I'm starting. I fucking starting. There's no way you starting. You lazy, you doing push-ups, you in here. What I'm doing the whole time you doing is saying this. On my phone, playing games. I don't care, because you know why? Because I'm really starting. I'm number one on the depth chart. I already know ain't no faking, ain't nothing. I don't gotta sit here and say, yes I am, Dad. I am starting. You can't get that out of me. I know that I'm already winning. You feel me? So that's what it comes to. You don't gotta speak about it when it's understood. Like, I'm literally with laughing at that. And it was so funny this one time, you know, he took me through it. I said, I am starting. You lying. Go up to the coach. He said, I'm walking up to the coach. I said, come on. We walk up to the coach. He said, Gavin starting? Hell yeah, Gavin starting. I said, told you. You feel me? So it's kind of like you, and then I'm his kid at that time, so I don't feel embarrassed, but you, in the instant somebody attacking you, let them get embarrassed. It's like, I don't gotta say that. I don't have to say nothing about nothing. Just win. You feel me? Like, that's what I said. Just win. And I think that'll be the note that I leave on everything. It's just win on all accords, and everything will work out. You feel me? In defining your image, you might win and find your image after. You might find your image then win. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So remaining imageless is the goal. But I'm saying once you might hit, you might find an image that might just be stuck with you for whatever reason. So that's it. And that's why you can't keep people in your business, your finances, this, that. Because now you become labeled as me just being a regular person. Say I post my account, I got 3 M's in it. Oh, you're this person. Now, every time I text somebody, they feeling different because they got an image. You know what I'm saying? I gave them a chance to create that image like we talked about. The narrative about me. Because I posted my money. If you get what I'm saying.
Say that one more time.
For the instance that right now how I am with my friends or people, but if I post my bank account and they got like $3 million, right, on IG or whatever, I just allowed them again to develop this new narrative that I'm rich, right? So now when I'm texting them like, man, why you ain't trying to go out? You broke? A casual joke. Now that's gonna turn into an argument because I just gave them a whole new image of me. You know what I'm saying? Just off of what I posted.
So being imageless does not mean that people lose their image of you. It's you losing the image of you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And then you hit a level of controlling the image.
The image. I think it's that complex, bro. I think it is. I think you lose it to become who you are. You lose everything to become who you are. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta lose everything?
I think so. And like you said, the imageless thing, I think imageless is the goal.
But that's losing everything, isn't it?
I mean, except your characteristics. You feel me? I think
principles. But the principles gonna always be there. It don't matter if you have an image or not.
Yeah.
You can have an image and live by the principles.
True.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So
damn, the goal is to lose yourself.
I mean, I wouldn't say lose yourself.
To find yourself.
That's the goal, then. You feel me? Because I can honestly say that for sure happened. And but like, bro, I talk to my dad a lot every day, so that's why we have so many conversations. But he's like, man, I remember when you came home. I had like it's like my sophomore year of college. My grades were bad, and he's like, man, I seen you lay in that bed for 2 weeks straight. I said, oh, he trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out what do I want to do, who am I gonna be, and how am I gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? I think, but I was imageless at the time, still am. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give them that image. Once you get in that image, you're gonna give them the chance to box you. You know what I'm saying? They get to color you. If the lines,
that's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool. But as long as you're not living up to that image.
Yeah.
Because you may not be there yet.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly. So definitely.
Man, this has been a real combo, man. We have to continue it off.
Part 2. Yeah, for sure.